Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Spark US, the place where we ignite your passion for learning English through natural conversation. I'm your host, Emily.
And I'm Jack. It's great to be back with you all. Emily, I have to say, the vibe in the studio today feels incredibly positive. You look like you're absolutely glowing.
I really am, Jack. I woke up feeling fantastic, and I think that energy is going to carry us through a great episode. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It certainly is. But I'm curious. Usually, Mondays are tiring. What is the secret behind this sudden burst of happiness?
Well, I decided to change my routine. Instead of looking at my phone immediately, I went outside. I took a long, slow walk in the city park near my apartment.
That sounds incredible. Was the weather nice?
It was perfection. The sun was shining, the air was crisp, and the birds were singing. It was the best way to start the morning.
I love that. And honestly, that leads perfectly into what we want to teach our listeners today.
Exactly. Today, we are talking about the great outdoors. But before we step outside, we have a small question for you.
We are diving deep into nature today. But first, we need your help to grow this community. If you enjoy our conversations, please hit that subscribe button for English Spark US.
Yes, clicking subscribe and liking this video helps us reach more students around the world. It's a small click for you, but a huge help for us.
Also, don't forget to share this with a friend who is also learning English. Learning together is always better.
Thank you, everyone. Now, Jack, let's go back to your morning. You mentioned the park changed your mood. How are you feeling before the walk?
Honestly, I was stressed. Living in the city is noisy. I had 100 emails to answer, traffic was loud, and my brain felt like it was going to explode.
I think everyone listening can relate to that. Modern life is so fast-paced. We are always rushing from one thing to the next.
Exactly. But the moment I stepped onto the grass, everything changed. It only took about 10 minutes for my shoulders to relax.
That is the power of nature. But do you know why that happens? We're going to discuss the mental benefits next.
So the stress just melted away? In English, we often talk about mental health, which basically means how your mind and emotions feel.
Nature is like medicine for mental health. Just like you go to the gym for your muscles, you go to the park for your brain. It resets you.
I felt so calm listening to the wind in the leaves. It brings up a very popular concept right now called mindfulness.
Oh, that is a great vocabulary word, mindfulness. But Jack, it sounds a bit complicated. Can you explain what it actually means to our listeners?
Mindfulness sounds complex, but it's simple. It means being 100% present in the moment. You aren't worrying about tomorrow's meeting or yesterday's mistakes.
So if I'm looking at a beautiful flower and I'm only thinking about the color and smell of that flower, that is mindfulness?
Exactly. You are fully there. You aren't scrolling through social media or texting. You are connected to the real world.
That brings up a huge issue we all have. Smartphones. They are the opposite of mindfulness.
They are. And that leads us to a very important term you need to know.
We are all guilty of this. We wake up, we check our phones. We eat lunch, we check our phones. My eyes actually hurt by the end of the day from looking at screens.
Me too. It is exhausting. We are constantly bombarded with information, news, and notifications. It's no wonder we feel tired.
That is why nature is the best place to escape. We call this taking a digital detox.
Digital detox. I love that phrase. It sounds like a cleansing diet, but for your electronics. But how do you actually do it properly?
To do a digital detox, you have to be brave. When you go to the beach or the forest, leave the phone in your bag. Better yet, leave it in the car.
That is scary for some people. But you're right. If you are looking at Instagram photos of nature while standing in nature, you're missing the point.
Exactly. Look up at the real sky, not the screen. It helps you reconnect with reality.
Speaking of reality, Walking is nice, but there are more intense ways to enjoy nature. Let's talk about something a bit more active.
One of my favorite words in English is hiking. Jack, can you explain the difference between walking and hiking for our students?
Sure, walking is what you do on a flat street. Hiking usually implies walking in nature, often on mountains, hills, or rough trails. It's harder work.
It is. You definitely need better equipment. You cannot go hiking in your office shoes or flip-flops.
No way. You need sturdy boots because the ground is uneven. But hiking isn't just about the exercise.
True, there's a specific reason why we climb to the top of the hill. Do you know what it is?
It's all about the view. When you hike for 2 hours, your legs are tired, you're sweating, but then you reach the peak.
And you look down and see the whole world. It is breathtaking. It makes you feel strong because you accomplished something difficult.
I always bring a backpack with plenty of water and maybe a map. Getting lost in the forest is not fun.
Definitely not. Now, hiking is great for active people, but what if you are a bit lazy like me? I prefer sitting down.
I have the perfect activity for you coming up next.
I think I know what you were going to say. Picnics. To me, a picnic is the ultimate way to enjoy an afternoon outside.
I agree. A picnic is when you pack a meal and eat it outdoors, usually sitting on the ground. What is your essential gear for a picnic, Emily?
First, a classic picnic blanket. It has to be soft. You spread it out on the grass under a shady tree.
And of course, the picnic basket. It feels very fancy to open a basket. But the most important part is obviously the menu. What are we eating?
You have to keep it simple but delicious. I love fresh sandwiches, maybe cheese, lettuce, and tomato on crusty bread.
That sounds tasty. I would add some finger foods, grapes, sliced apples, maybe some strawberries, things that are easy to eat without a fork.
And a cold drink, iced tea or lemonade with lots of ice. Sitting there, eating, and maybe reading a book, it's paradise.
It sounds perfect. However, there is one tiny problem with picnics. We are never truly alone on the grass.
Oh no, I know what you mean. The little visitors.
Ants, and sometimes bees or flies. They love sandwiches just as much as we do.
It is true. I try to be polite to them. I say, "Excuse me, Mr. Ant, this is my lunch." But insects are part of the ecosystem.
If you are in their house, the nature, you have to respect them. Just cover your food and don't panic.
So we have hiking and picnics. But there is one activity that is even more adventurous. It involves sleeping outside.
Ah, yes, camping. This is a love it or hate it activity for many people.
Camping means you sleep outdoors, usually in a tent. A tent is a portable shelter made of fabric. Have you gone camping, Jack?
I have. I love it. You need a sleeping bag to stay warm because it gets very cold at night in the forest.
I want to like camping, but I am a little afraid of the dark. It feels very wild to sleep on the ground.
It is wild, but that's the fun part. Plus, there is one thing you could only do when you are camping that makes it all worth it. You can build a fire camp. Sitting around a fire, roasting marshmallows, and telling stories is a classic tradition.
That does sound cozy, and I imagine the sky looks different away from the city lights.
Oh, absolutely. In the city, you see maybe 2 stars. In the wild, you see millions. The sky looks like it is full of diamonds.
Okay, you convinced me. I will try it if you promise to keep the bears away.
Deal. Now, if walking is too slow, there is another way to see nature quickly.
Biking or cycling. Many parks have designated bike paths now. It is such good exercise for your legs and heart.
And it's fast. You can cover a lot of ground. I love the feeling of the wind rushing past my face.
It gives you a sense of freedom. You can go anywhere. Freedom is a great word to associate with nature.
Now, we are an English learning channel. Listeners might be thinking, This is nice, but how does nature help my English?
That is a great question. There's actually a fantastic technique you can use.
When you're outside, treat it like a classroom. Look around you and try to name everything you see in English.
Exactly. Don't just see a tree. Say, that is a tall, old oak tree with green leaves. Describe the colors and textures.
You can even bring a notebook, sit on a bench, and write a paragraph about what is happening. A dog is running, or the clouds are white.
It's low-pressure practice. No one is judging you. It's just you and the birds.
Nature is also great for practicing conversation with friends.
Have you noticed that sometimes sitting in a cafe across from a friend can feel intense? You have to maintain eye contact the whole time.
Yes, but when you walk side by side on a trail, the conversation flows easier. You don't have to look at each other constantly.
Silence is also okay in nature. If you stop talking to listen to a river, it isn't awkward. It's peaceful.
So it helps your English speaking confidence too. But Emily, what about our listeners who live in concrete jungles without big forests?
You don't need a national park to enjoy nature. Even a small garden or a single tree on your street counts.
Absolutely. Look at the sky, watch the sunset. Notice how the leaves change color from green to orange in the autumn.
Nature is everywhere if you open your eyes. It's about the mindset, not just the location.
So we want to give our listeners a specific challenge for this week. Are you ready for some homework?
Here is your mission. Go outside for just 20 minutes this week. Leave your phone in your pocket. Do not touch it.
Observe the world and try to name 5 new things in English that you see. Put your vocabulary into action.
Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite outdoor activity? Do you like hiking, camping, or just relaxing?
We can't wait to read your answers. Thanks for tuning in to English Spark US. Go get some fresh air.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.